Guardian Druid Mythic Plus Guide. Midnight Pre-Patch 12.0 Comprehensive Tanking Reference. Guardian Druid enters Midnight as a strong tank for Mythic Plus. You'll have consistently high AoE damage, excellent self-sustain, and some of the best group healing tools of any tank. The spec excels at reducing physical damage and smoothing damage intake through Iron for stacks and a large health pool. For single target damage, you're looking at average performance. AoE damage ranges from average to strong. Utility is excellent, survivability is strong, but mobility is weak. The Midnight pre-patch brought significant quality of life improvements and simplified gameplay. Several talents were removed because they're now built into Baseline or Berserk. Tooth and Claw is gone, so you no longer need to track free rage procs. Thorns of Iron was removed, which eliminates the excessive APM requirement. Improved Survival Instincts now gives you 2 charges baseline. Berserk Persistence and Berserk Unchecked Aggression are both built into Berserk now. Earthwarden was also removed. The main impact is that rage spending returns to basics. You'll use Maul or Raise for offense while maintaining 1+ stack of Iron Fur. No more constant Iron Fur spam for damage. For hero talents, Elun's Chosen is recommended for Mythic Plus. This is an arcane-focused playstyle with Lunar Beam as a powerful, frequently available cooldown. The strengths include a simpler, easier-to-learn rotation, higher rage generation, and it's excellent on large AoE pulls. Lunar Beam provides quick threat and safety at pull start, plus you get significant self-healing from Lunar Calling, which makes Thrash arcane. This build is best for AoE-heavy dungeons, learning the spec in most Mythic Plus scenarios. The alternative is Druid of the Claw, which is a bleed-focused playstyle with Dreadful Wound and optional Cat Weaving. It has superior single-target DPS with a significant margin, competitive AoE, great overall damage reduction, and burst AoE damage capability. It's best for dungeons with smaller pools of 3 to 5 mobs and boss-heavy content. Cat Weaving is currently a very marginal DPS increase, and not required. For stat priority in Mythic Plus, you want Agility first, then Haste, then Versatility, then Critical Strike and Mastery, which are about equal. Item level is king here. An item 10 plus item levels higher is almost always an upgrade. All secondary stats are relatively close in value and they have diminishing returns after plus 20% from gear. Use Simcraft or Raid bots for accurate personal gear comparisons. Tertiary stats are very valuable. Leech is extremely strong, especially in AoE, arguably the best tertiary. Avoidance reduces AoE ability damage significantly. Speed is niche but useful for kiting and mechanic handling. Let's talk about rotation. There are a few core concepts to understand. First, manage your Iron Fur by maintaining 1 to 3 stacks depending on incoming damage. Second, never cap rage but always have enough for emergency Iron Fur. Third, maintain Thrash uptime at 5 stacks at all times. Fourth, keep Moonfire active for Moonless Night damage on single target focus. For your opener on single target, start with Growl for ranged pull, then Moonfire, then Thrash, then pop Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc, then Thrash Mangle Thrash, then Maul to spend rage, and continue with the priority list. Speaking of priority, maintain Moonfire on target, maintain 5 stacks of Thrash, use Barkskin off cooldown, use Maul as your primary rage spender, then Mangle, then Thrash, then use Moonfire with Galactic Guardian proc for 300% damage plus 8 rage, then Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc, and swipe only if nothing else is available. For AoE rotation on 2+ targets, your opener changes a bit. Use Moonfire to pull ranged mobs together, then Barkskin, then Thrash, then Mangle to generate rage, then spam Raise while maintaining 1 to 3 Iron for stacks and continue with the priority list. For AoE priority, maintain 5 stacks of Thrash, use Barkskin off cooldown, use Raise which replaces Maul on 2+ targets, then Thrash, then Mangle, then Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc, then Moonfire which is lower priority in AoE and swipe as filler only. Now for defensive cooldowns. Iron Fur is your active mitigation. It costs 40 rage and provides 112% of agility as armor for 7 seconds. Stacks overlap but don't extend duration. The armor cap is at 85% damage reduction, which is around 7 to 8 stacks or 3 to 4 stacks with an augmentation evoker. It does not reduce bleeds or magic damage usually. Keep 1 stack minimum when actively tanking. To understand Iron Fur stacking, if you cast at 0 seconds, stack 1 is active from 0 to 7 seconds. If you cast at 3 seconds, stack 2 is active from 3 to 10 seconds. At 3 seconds, you have 2 stacks active. At 7 seconds, 1 stack remaining because the first expired. At 10 seconds, you have 0 stacks because the second expired. Plan ahead and don't front-load all Iron Fur at pull start. Barkskin has a 40 to 60 second cooldown. Use it almost on cooldown. It deals damage with the Bramble's talent and is great for smoothing general damage intake. Survival Instincts has 2 charges in Midnight. This is your biggest defensive. Save it for very dangerous damage spikes or massive hits and plan usage around known dangerous mechanics. Frenzied Regeneration is your self-heal. It provides reactive healing based on damage taken. Use it after taking damage, not before. It's great for recovering from unexpected spikes. Incarnation Guardian of Ursoc has a 2 to 3 minute cooldown. It provides both offensive and defensive value with increased health and reduced Thrash and Mangle cooldowns. Mangle hits 3 targets during this. Generally use it offensively, but you can save it for emergencies. For utility, you have several interrupts and stops. Skull Bash is a 13-yard interrupt with a 15-second cooldown, so use a focus macro. Incapacitating Roar is an AoE disorient that provides an instant stop for casters. Typhoon is a knockback and should be a last resort stop. Use it with Vortex. Ursol's Vortex is ground-targeted slow and grip that keeps mobs grouped. You also have great group utility. Mark of the Wild is a raid buff, always keep it up. Remove Corruption dispels curses and poisons. Soothe removes enrage effects. Rebirth is a combat resurrection costing 30 rage. Stampeding Roar provides a group movement speed burst. After the Wildfire is an AoE burst heal every 300 rage spent. Dream of Cenarius is a large single target heal every 20 to 30 seconds. For crowd control, Entangling Roots will root patrols, but it cancels Bear Form. Mass Entanglement is an AoE root. Regrowth is an emergency spot heal, but it also cancels Bear Form. Here are some Mythic Plus specific tips. For your pull strategy, precast Barkskin before engaging. If your Loon's chosen, use Lunar Beam at pull start for threat and safety. Build Rage quickly with Mangle and Thrash. Establish your Iron Fur stack before taking heavy damage. Use Incapacitating Roar if you need to stop casters while building threat. For kiting, Guardian has weak mobility, so plan carefully. Stampeding Roar helps you escape. Use Ursol's Vortex plus Typhoon combo for distance. Don't be afraid to use Survival Instincts instead of kiting. For damage optimization, remember the more mobs you have, the stronger Guardian becomes. Prioritize raise spam on large pulls. Save Incarnation for big pulls, not single bosses unless you need it defensively. Dream of Cenarius can save healer mana on long pulls. For defensive planning, rotate through cooldowns rather than stacking them. Communicate with your healer about external timing. Magic damage requires cooldowns because Iron Fur won't help. Use Frenzied Regeneration after taking damage, not before. Let's cover common mistakes to avoid. First mistake is front-loading all Iron Fur. Stacking 5 Iron Fur at pull start leaves you defenseless when they expire. Second, ignoring Thrash stacks. Having 5 stacks equals significant defensive value from talents. Third, overcapping Rage means lost DPS and defensive potential. Fourth, using Frenzied Regen preemptively is wrong because it scales with recent damage taken. Fifth, neglecting Barkskin when it should be pressed almost on cooldown. Sixth, cat weaving at wrong times. Only do it when safe and you've mastered the bear rotation first. Seventh, forgetting utility. Your Dispel, Soothe, and Roar can prevent wipes. This guide was compiled in January 2026 for Midnight Pre-Patch 12.0.